Shashikumar has already spoken to you about that, and I decided to shift to this particular topic, that is bridging the gap towards sustainable development in Karnataka. Um, uh, it is a sustainable development is a buzzword. I think by now, after completing a week's time in this session in refresher course, I think you are fully well versed with the topic. But though we teachers, all of you, are teaching human development in your colleges, and you are well versed with the topic and also with its relevance, this is an opportunity for me to just compile the issues which were there in the human development report of Karnataka, where they have spoken about the challenges, opportunities, and pathways towards sustainable development. Um, to begin with, you all are very familiar with Professor Mahabubulak and Amartya Sen, two authorities on human development, and also the important people for the progress of this human development towards sustainable development. And when they started in 1990, probably they are not very happy with the concept of economic development and economic growth, and they felt that there must be something which speaks about the human happiness, human development. So they said whatever the growth or development happens in terms of economic development has to percolate to the people in the form of their happiness or their growth in terms of equity or in terms of environmental facilities. Then only you can say that people are really getting the benefit. So enlargement of people choice is what they considered very important for any economy to show that it has been helpful to people standard of living to improve. So they mentioned that sustainability is very much a matter, because that is where we think about balancing economic growth and about social equity and about making environment a better place to live. So the world has realized the importance of these issues way back in 1990s, and they have also have spoken about health for all by 2000. And when it failed, they shifted towards Millennium Development Goals by 2015. And by 2015, many countries realized that these are the goals given to the developing world, and most of the developing countries were not even on the track of development, not even on the track towards achieving these goals. And they realized that it is not something between developed and developing countries, but it is for the whole world. So Millennium Development Goals, though we are not able to reach the goals, definitely it is one of the way to take us from development goals to sustainable development goals. So the idea of sustainable development goals came into picture not for developing countries, but for the whole world, irrespective of whether they are rich, middle, or poor countries. So we make it an international issue. The United Nations Millennium Development Goals came out with 8 goals, and the target to be reached by 2015. But when they failed, the whole world shifted its targets to be reached by 2030, and under the name of Sustainable Development Goals. So we speak about 5 Ps, 17 goals, and 169 targets. 5 Ps being people, planet, peace, prosperity, and the Millennium Development Goal is very much concerned about, the Sustainable Development Goals are very much concerned about reaching out these goals by 2030. Um, and I know this Buntline Commission report, which came out in 1987, has given a lot of importance to environmental issues, and they also started making the world realize if the consumption and production capacity of the world increases in such a fast pace, what will be the future generation and how they are going to live on this earth. So this report make the world realize that it is not only for us we have to live, but also it is our responsibility to see that the next generation is also well fed, and they should also have a right on this earth. So development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs has become a responsibility for the present world, to see that whatever we are using is not only ours, but it is also something which belongs to our next generation. So the sustainable development has taken four dimensions. It is not just economy, or it's not just production. It is not just getting in terms of monetary benefits, but also they take into consideration the societal, the environmental, cultural aspects, along with the economic aspect, to achieve sustainable development. So sustainability, we can say, is a paradigm for thinking about the future in which environmental, societal, and economic considerations are balanced in pursuit of an improved quality of life. So when I think of looking into the human development aspects of Karnataka state, we know Karnataka is a state which has been having a good place as far as economic or socio-political status is concerned at the national level. And Karnataka is ninth most populous state of all the states in the country. And
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Okay. Okay. So the 2011 population, and when you compare that to 2021, the population growth rate has slowed down, and Karnataka is in the third stage of demographic transition, if you can say. Means both the fertility and mortality rate have come down reasonably, and the overall population has also is getting reduced. So Karnataka in that way is not a huge population which is intolerable, and it is also looking after its fertility rate and mortality rate in a proper way. And when it comes to gender ratio, Karnataka is well placed. Again, I am quoting 2011 census, where Karnataka has 973 female per 1,000 male, which is quite reasonable, though it is less than number of males. Urbanization is also one of the witnessing significant area where Karnataka is vibrating. We are having a good number of cities, and the capacity of the city is increasing. Rapid growth of urban centers in the state is increasing, and it is getting a recognition at national level. And when I have taken these things because they are relevant for human development perspective. Literacy rate is also quite good, and it has increased from 66.64 to 75 between 2001 to 2011, the census report. Work participation has also seen a rise from 41%, 41.99 to 45.65, again from 1991 to 2011. And there is a progress. Definitely, there is a progress, and Karnataka is one of the leading states which has given a lot of importance to human development aspects, taking into consideration the international voice towards these issues. And this slide's just an overview of the economic aspects. Karnataka is one of the top economies in India, having a very good GSDP and a good growth rate. 7.9 is quite a good one. It is estimated in 23-24. And per capita GSDP 3.05. And Karnataka stands fourth highest contributor to India's GDP. And as you all know, the major contributors in software exports and biotechnology. So Silicon City, the name has been given to Bangalore because of the high-tech facilities there. And looking into sectoral composition, it is very obvious that service sector has taken a major portion, 61%, more than that, followed by industry and agriculture. So reduction of agricultural sector contribution and increase in the service sector itself speaks about growing nature of the state economy. Karnataka is a very vibrant economy with more focus on human development and inclusive growth in recent years. Being one of the progressive states in the country, and also it is highly sensitive to international programs like UNDP and World Bank and other organization. The state is considered, it has emerged as a front runner on various development sectors and has the potential of emerging as a model for other states in actualization of People's Agenda 2030. So we can also look into the district-wise GSDP, where it is very obvious that Bangalore urban is contributing over 35% of state GSDP. A huge portion has been contributed by just one city, Bangalore urban. And high GSDP districts, as we have been seeing, Bangalore, Dakshina Kannada, Mysore, and Belgavi has been taken the top positions. And Kalburgi, Raichur, Koppal are the low GSDP districts. A glaring disparity when it comes to North and South Karnataka. The regional disparity is very, very visible and very big. So that may be one of the reasons why Karnataka is still, with all these development, it's still not able to convert that economic progress into the human development. Though it has achieved much more than many states, but still the level of achievement is not, may not be very sufficient. The reason for disparity, as all of us know, infrastructure, industrialization, connectivity, and also human capital, which is having its own shortages in the northern districts. So coming to human development of Karnataka, the Human Development Index, if we take the values, it can be considered as a medium human development state with 0.682, and among the in Karnataka, among the Indian states, its ranking is somewhere around 9th or 10th. And if we look into the components of Human Development Index, health, education, and income, it definitely it looks like having a much better state than other states. Like life expectancy is almost 70 years, and education literacy rate is 75.6%, and mean years of schooling is also 6.4%, and the income correlates with per capita GSDP, which is quite high. And the main challenges are gaps which we can say, and the same thing which has been highlighted by the Karnataka Human Development Report 2022. This report has classified the gaps into four groups, categories: economic, social, environmental, and governance. And the economic, as all of us know, it is a huge divide. Rural-urban divide is there. A large contribution by informal sector, which cannot be monetarily measured, and unemployment is also quite high. Coming to social challenges which the state is facing, uh, richness is there, but poverty is also there in pockets. You can see both poverty and richness in the same place, like Bangalore, where slums are also too many, and there's a huge difference between North and South Karnataka when it comes to poverty, health, education, and we have gender gap is also one of the issues, social issues, and regional disparity, the disparity based on caste and creed. All these are social hurdles for the state to progress not only economically but also providing human development, which is very, very relevant for sustainable development, to reach sustainable development goals. And when it comes to environment, of course, we are giving a lot of importance, but deforestation, you have heard a lot of forest has been trees have been cutting off only to convert them into land or for the commercial benefits. And water scarcity is there, and it has been increasing in cities. It is terrible, and urban areas are filled with pollution that goes along with industrialization, and all types of pollutions leading to health issues, which is also very, very crucial for sustainable development issues. And when it comes to corruption, governance, we know that Karnataka is one of the leading states when it comes to issues related to corruption and weak implementation of schemes. Uh, these are all very relevant issues. We know it, but the thing is, all these challenges which the state is facing has become a hurdle to the state reaching out to the goals of sustainable development or towards human development in the state. So, looking into regional disparities in the state, we have, as I told, uh, regional disparities there between North and South Karnataka. In the southern Karnataka, we have more developed districts like Bangalore, Mysore, Tumkuru. These have been rated in the recent report. And the northern districts like Ballari, Koppal, Bidar, Raichur are considered as those which are lagging in human development index, as well as in the when it comes to income, they are lagging behind. And the reasons, the causes for these regional disparities very vivid. All of us know that historically these areas have been neglected, and education and health has been neglected. Institutions which provide proper education, health is not there. These areas are not given industrialization. Low industrialization is there, and the government has not given importance to make a balance between north and south Karnataka, because most of the industries, most of the education and health institutions are concentrated in and around like Mysore, Bangalore, southern part of Karnataka. And that is one of the reason where region specific interventions and better decentralization is very much need of the day. So the challenges and opportunities again, we have rural urban divide both in human development index and GSDP, and we have migration to cities is one of the uh, challenges. Most of the village people are migrating to cities in search of jobs, and that is also leading to higher density of population in cities, leading to slums, leading to scarcity of drinking water and pakka house. But this migration is also affecting the agriculture in the rural areas, and all other things which are supposed to be taken care by these people has been neglected in the rural areas. So migration to cities in search of employment has been one of the challenges faced by the government. And the climate is changing because of many reasons. Industrialization is responsible for pollution, and pollution has uh, green global heat has raised. The temperature has been increasing, and there is a lot of climatic changes, including thinning of ozone layer. And all these things are not only affecting agriculture, but they are also affecting the human life, human health, and many diseases are becoming regularly. People are being affected by many diseases, mainly because of climatic change. And the skewed distribution of health and education infrastructure is also one of the reason why the rural people and also the North Karnataka people have been deprived of good health and education, and also other benefits in the form of service. So these are the challenges which has been there, and still, though the government and people and officers know that these are the challenges for the past so many decades, And we have been shifting from one program to another program. Everywhere we speak about this, but the challenges are not being faced properly because of so many other issues in almost all the states, to say. So Karnataka is also not an exceptional state. We too have a lot of such challenges, and in spite of these challenges, there are also opportunities to mention, as in the report. We do have potentialities in terms of tourism, renewable energy, startup ecosystems, and the state can do can take lot from these potential areas, and through the strategic location connection, through proper investment on human capital, the state can definitely convert these opportunities to their benefit of the people. And there is also a comparison between Karnataka and Indian human development by the report. A monthly review of Niti Ayog's 62 priority indicators. Now it has increased to 100. And where Karnataka is considered as Karnataka is ranked third in sustainable development goals for the period of 2021. Karnataka has also improved its score from 66 in 2019-20 to 72 in 2020-21. The improved ranking from fourth place to third. That shows that Karnataka state has been progressively moving towards the goals. Mainly, 9 out of 16 goals has been taken into consideration, and Karnataka has made much progress in these 9. And there is a comparison between Karnataka and India as far as sustainable development goals are considered. You can see in the a picture where the Karnataka is faring much better in many goals. In 2019, the data is for 2019. You can see in many of the goals, between Karnataka and India, Karnataka is much better than India. For example, quality education, you can see 67. Karnataka, that is the percentage for 100 score has been given, and India is 58. And affordable and clean energy, it is 86. India is 70, and clean water and sanitation both are having 88 points, and lot of difference are there between India and Karnataka when it comes to performance of sustainable development goal indicators. And as I told you, the demographic transition, Karnataka is doing much better than India. And there is a sharp decline in the overall growth rate during the last 2 decades, which can be taken as in the positive sense, because the percentage is it was quite high. The population with the digital population growth rate of 15.6 was there, and it has come down to 15.6, and it for the country it was 17.64. And this is regarding the human development reports in Karnataka. Karnataka is one among the lead Indian states to bring in human development perspectives in its programs and policies. And it is second state after Madhya Pradesh to bring out its first human development report in 1999. And we were all the contributors to this report also, 1999. And this was the report first came out, Human Development in Karnataka, 1999, only next to Madhya Pradesh. This report has given a fragile picture of what is the present status of the indicators which were mentioned under Human Development Index, and that has given an idea about the poverty, idea about health, education, and discrimination between South and North Karnataka, and also the difference between men and women. So the we have never looked into all these aspects before, but by 1990, when the human development concept has come into picture and that percolated into different countries, India gave its human development report, I think, uh, after this 1999. I think we have the first report 2001. Karnataka has already came out with its human development report, and after 1999, we got another one by 2005, the second human development report. This report has given more, has concentrated more on financing human development, because in the first report, it is just the compilation of the data of the variables which are relevant for human development index. And in the second one, they have spoken about the financial aspects of how to deal with this human development, or the finance which is needed for human development. And this took stock of the human development scenario in Karnataka, along with certain key issues that impact the development process. The second report also examined and analyzed the relation between public investment pattern and human development outcomes. And then a third one came out in 2015, and this report has spoken about, of course, the development is happening, the human development is happening, index slowly improving, but this report observed the glaring difference which is prevalent between men and women, or between different regions, between different castes. And this report also spoke about the importance of equality, importance of equity in providing human development, and also in getting human development. So this report, the theme is accelerating equitable human development, and the approach was to access inclusiveness of human development across caste, class, gender, region, and accelerate the process. So this report highlights how much inequality is there among different groups, different gender, different region. And though visibly, when we see, of course, everybody is getting education, everyone is getting health, and government is spending money towards these aspects, everyone is having a good consumption. But when we look into this, the inequitability has been so wide and it is so visible. The human development reports spoken about these issues by in 2015 report, its third human development report, and spoke for inclusiveness in human development. The third human development report, as I told you, the approach was to assess inclusiveness of human development across caste, class, gender, and region. And this report brought out that Karnataka was halfway on the journey towards equitable human development by 2050. So, sustainable developments have spoken about, they have given the target, they have identified 2030, 35 probably, but when they look into the progress, even by 2015, most of the states have not been able to achieve anything. And there are some states like Karnataka where you can see some development, but when it comes to equitable distribution, even Karnataka has not been able to achieve what has been expected under this sustainable development goals. And this made the state to realize, along with the development, along with all the human development progress, equitability is very, very important, because without equitable human development, it is very difficult to sustain the development in the future. So this report made the state to realize that the discrimination in any form has to be removed, and inclusiveness has to be taken in a very serious manner if we want to achieve sustainable development by 2030. And the fourth report speaks about, it came out in 2022, is presented with a specific action-oriented agenda to reach $1 trillion gross domestic product through human development milestones in the sustainable development goals. So this report is very particular about sustainable development goals, and also the action oriented agenda to reach the $1 trillion target of GDP. So based on these things, the fourth Human Development Report has not only identified the challenges and opportunities, but also has raised some pathways to reach the Sustainable Development Goal by 2030. The effort is to explore the strategies and policies that help to bridge the gaps in human resource, knowledge, education, skill, labor productivity to achieve the targets and to promote sustainable development. So Karnataka has taken the following SDGs bit seriously, and many of the work has been going on towards reaching these sustainable development goal by time. Mainly the uh, poverty issue, no poverty, and the third goal, good health. The fourth one, quality education. Sixth, clean water and sanitation. Seventh and 13th, related to renewable energy and climate action. And ninth one, regarding industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And a lot of work has been happening. For example, to eradicate poverty, government has taken social security measures, has given a lot of social security measures, and has been very keen on rural development, because most of the poverty is in the rural areas. To provide good health to all the people, irrespective of their standard of living. The universal healthcare access in the form of many schemes has been provided to people. And for quality education, there is a huge dropout at primary levels, and the quality education has not been properly percolated to the youth. So government is more for rural schooling, because the rural dropout is more in the rural schools, and it is also giving a lot of importance to digital learning, which is very essential. And for clean water and sanitation also, there are many schemes and programs exclusively for making people, providing people good and clean water, potable water, and also to provide them sanitation. And renewable energy has been taken very seriously. Solar parks, EV policy has been made by government. Karnataka government is in many ways is number one in bringing out the policies and programs related to sustainable development goals. And the industries, innovation, infrastructures now, they say it is not for Bangalore, but it has to go out of Bangalore. So beyond Bangalore, strategy has been taken to see that all these industries, innovation, infrastructure should reach out to other areas, particularly those areas which are deprived of these facilities. So these are the key sustainable development goals Karnataka is mainly looking into. And Karnataka has been successful, and it has achieved in many ways because of its efforts put towards the sustainable development goal. To mention some, the state contribution to GDP is also good, and more than 40% of the country's IT export is from the state. A state has achieved average annual growth rate of 6.8, which is quite good, and it has been rated as one of the leading states in Karnataka. State is also the first one to implement National Education Policy 2020, and it is also the first to roll out a dedicated aerospace policy. And state is equally striving to transform the economic growth into human development outcomes. So Karnataka has had many number one in India. As far as the innovation index is concerned, it is number one. In the milk production also, it is leading. And when it comes to human development goals, whatever comes at international level, whatever issues has been raised at international level, Karnataka is there to absorb that and bring it into its policies and programs. And it is a front runner as far as sustainable development goals are concerned, not only at national level but also at international level. Karnataka is striving hard to make it realize, to see that the sustainability has come to its developmental goals. And these case studies has been mentioned as some examples towards this: Bangalore Smart City Mission, Kutumba Shri Style Self-Help Group in Karnataka, Namma Metro, a sustainable urban mobility, which is mainly in Bangalore, and um, it is also expanding to Tumkur and Mysore. Also, there are many such programs where urban mobility been uh, has become not a burden but a way of helping people to move freely. And renewable energy parks in Pavgada, and a plastic ban initiatives taken at metropolitan cities, at tourist places in a large. Hello,
Madam?
hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I continue?
Yes, madam. Continue, madam.
Yeah. So this is one of the targets, 1 trillion GDP vision. For this, Karnataka is also having a 9-point agenda where it has taken initiation to boost agriculture sector through technology, branding, marketing, exports, and boost manufacturing and export through labor intensive industries, boost construction sector through increased infrastructural spending, systematic urbanization. So of course all these has been considered very relevant throughout the country, or the state has not neglected, but to make it a vision, 1 trillion GDP, it has become essential for the state to push all these through technology, through branding, through marketing. And Karnataka is very much determined to see this goal, and it's working towards these with high tech industries and with a lot of value added manufacturing and exports, investing in startups. It is doing a great job so that this 1 trillion vision can be successfully met. And regarding human capital also, Karnataka has become the first state in the country to start State Institute for Transformation of Karnataka (SITK), like Niti Ayoga. It is also one such thing. And the unique advantage and strength of the state is its youth power. And Karnataka is also working towards using this capital, human capital, and to catalyze the community-based engagements using the Stree Shakti and also the youth power through entrepreneurship and self-employment opportunities, and providing them education and also enhancing the higher education for girls. These are some of the ways Karnataka is doing to improve its youth power, to make it more better human capital for the state and for the country. And we can make a comparison to see how the change has happened between 1990 and 2021, or a decadal change. India's human development value has changed from zero point 0.4 in 1990 to 0.633 in 2021, registered change of 45.9%, which is quite huge. And Karnataka is also having the Human Development Index, which is better than the national average for the same years. The state in 2019-20 is placed at 11th in the country, with significant improvement in the index during 1999-2020, from 0.432 to 0.644. So this improvement, achievement in human development in the state is quite a big, and from 43% to 64.4%. So Karnataka is significantly making a improvement in its human development. So within the state, also we can see a lot of improvement achievements as far as human development index is considered. So the last 2 decades, the human development index of all the districts in Karnataka have improved. In 1999, that is the first when the first report came out, the highest achievement of human development index was 63%, and that is Kodagu 0.63, and the lowest was 40%, that is Raichur 0.399, approximately 40%. Now in 2020, the highest achievement in human development index is 73.8%, and the lowest is 54%. Bangalore stands at the top in terms of human development achievement, and Dakshina Kannada, Chikmagalur, Udupi, and Kodagu comes next to Bangalore urban. So it is 73.8, which is quite a big jump from 0.4 to 40% to 70%. So the 2022 Human Development Report also observed the changes in the Human Development Index and the change also in the ranking. So the top 5 districts where increase in Human Development Index is significantly high. Increase in human development. It is not Human Development Index, but increase in this index is Bagalkote, Ballari, Ramnagara, Mandya, Yadgir. So along these, Koppal also has higher increase in Human Development Index. So there are many districts with low Human Development Index, but the rate of increase in these districts is much faster compared to other. So Chamarajanagar, the district considered to be the lowest in development aspects, the index, Human Development Index, has increased from 0.576 to 0.601 ranking. 0.601 ranking has improved from 25th in 2005 to 22nd in 2015 and to 21 in 2021. So you can see there is an improvement in the ranking even for Chamarajanagar, which is considered as the lowest in development aspects. So this is one of the very inspiring change which we can see. Most of the underdeveloped districts, poorest of the poor districts have shown significant change in these years, contributing to an increase in the Human Development Index, and the contribution of government and also the effort of the officers who are working there has been highlighted, because this change is quite significant. And Mandya has improved its performance and is placed at 6th position in 2021 from 12th in 2015. A very good jump in its ranking. And in 2015, the highest Human Development Index, as I told you, 0.729 for Bangalore urban, and the lowest is 0.495, and the gap, maximum and minimum gap, was 0.234. But in 2021, the highest still is Bangalore urban, 0.738. The lowest score is 0.538, that is Yadgir, and the gap has been reduced to 0.200, that is from 23.4 to 20%. So the fast growth among the lower scoring districts is making this gap to come down. So this also speaks about the policies and programs of the government and the work which is happening in these lowest scoring districts. We can see they're coming up faster than expected, and the gap is getting reduced. So this is one of the observable thing which is happening in Karnataka. And we all know that Karnataka has been highlighted for the regional disparities, regional imbalance, and there is a lot of effort from different governments and different policymakers to see that the northern part of Karnataka should grow faster, should have a better human development index, and lot of effort has been done after Professor D.M. Nandidappa committee gave its report, speaking about how the two regions are having disparities, economic, socio-political disparities, and this imbalance has to be rectified if the state should progress towards sustainable development goal with fast pace. This committee, as all of us know, constructed the comprehensive composite development index using 35 indicators and categorized 175 talukas into 39 most backward taluks, 40 more backward, and 35 backward taluks. So all are backward, but among the backward taluks, he made a classification of most backward, more backward, and backward talukas. The committee found that North Karnataka region was backward in general, and Hyderabad Karnataka in particular is more backward. The committee recommended various programs for reduction of regional imbalances. Karnataka government has started implementing the committee's recommendation since 2007 and 2008, and this is reflecting in what we seen in 2022 report, where the backward, more backward, most backward regions are showing a faster rate of increase in human development aspects, and the gap between these two is coming down because of the contribution made by Professor D.M. Nanjutappa committee and the commitment of the governments which have started to work towards reducing this regional balance, which is very, very relevant for the Karnataka government, Karnataka state to achieve sustainable development goal by 2030. So, in spite of all this, Karnataka state is always quoted as a state with a paradox of unequal growth. We say glittering GDP and high poverty. We have a wonderful GDP. People speak about some of the noted areas, places at international level. Silicon City is been recognized at international level. Mysore is also been noted at international level. There are pockets of areas which are recognized, which are well flourished, which are glittering in terms of GDP, but also at the same time, the state is also having high poverty with the richness, and this speaks about the inequality which is existing in the state, and that is weighing it down as far as the other issues are concerned, like human development aspects are concerned. So per capita income is good. It is increasing. The purchasing power of the people is better. People are definitely having a better standard of living. But in spite of that, this inequality in income has been responsible for the Karnataka to uh, not be too comfortable in reaching out to sustainability in its development. And again, I have taken the health, education, and income, which are reasonable, which are the main indicators of human development, which are responsible for the sustainable development. Karnataka has been uh, doing well as far as health status is concerned. Its maternal mortality rate is quite high, and the anemic or malnourished women and children are quite high. The health status, not only for Karnataka but for the whole of India, India is ranking in the Human Development Index is very poor. Not only that, it is going down year after year, and the main reason is health. The health status of the country as well as the state is not that better, and mainly the health status of women and children has been the main factor which is responsible for a lower level of health status, and government is doing a lot to improve the maternal health status, to improve the child health status, to reduce the maternal mortality rate, child mortality rate, infant mortality rate, but still compared to the other developing countries to say all these indicators are very, very bad, and that is one of the reason to put its health indicator low in the overall human development index, and it is bringing down this human development index of India as well as Karnataka to a lower level. So, in spite of that, we can see significant achievement in health sector at Karnataka. The life expectancy has increased. The maternal mortality rate has come down to 83 per lakh. Though it has come down, it is not that good. 83 per lakh live birth is still a high percentage. And the states, in spite of all these things, state is considered as number one as far as the implementation of health and wellness program is concerned. The state government is also doing a lot towards making to make health status a better one with its staff and paramedical forces. And another one which is responsible for which is bringing down the sustainability or the human development index, which is one of the reasons which is not allowing Karnataka to move faster towards sustainable development goal, maybe is gender inequality, which is quite high, and it has been noted that the main reason for this GII low gender inequality is the poor political participation by women and huge gender gap in labor force participation. So Karnataka, though it is not a state with lot of gender inequality, it stands at 17th position among 22 major states. But across districts, a lesser variation after accounting for political participation at local level. We can see like inequality is from 21% to 44%, and Udupi is having less, and Dharwad is showing a higher rate of GIA. And sometimes the data will become like unexpected. It gives unexpected results, and in GIA and health status also we have seen many surprisings as far as the indicators are concerned. And the latest report, which was released in 2021, India stands at 112th position with the index value of 0.68, and Karnataka stands 7th in the ranking. And malnutrition is the biggest challenge in this regard. So probably the malnutrition among women, malnutrition among child health, if they improve these things, the health of the women and children will automatically improve, and leading to a better status of women in the Human Development Index. And coming to education sector, which is also another indicator of human development index, the major problem which the state is facing is a high dropout at secondary level of education, and a poor learning outcome at higher level of education. And there are about 2 lakh dropout children in secondary education in the state. And the government has been making a lot of effort to see that the children will be made to stay and continue. So there are many programs and policies at the schools level to see why the children are leaving the school, or why the dropout rate is very high, and to avoid that, they are providing schools in the nearby vicinity. They are providing separate toilets for both boys and girls. The reasons has been considered, and the solution has been given by the authorities, by the government, only to make the students to continue their education after their schoolings. So the effort is very high to retain the students at school level, and Karnataka is successfully managing this. And as I told you, the GDP is rich in the country, but the Human Development Index, though it is better compared to GDP, we are yet to reach to the level which is expected by Karnataka. I think these are all repetitions. So, one of the very crucial issues which has to be considered as far as Karnataka is concerned as a state. Karnataka has been consistently ranked high in corruption perception surveys by agencies like CMS, India Corruption Study. High perception of corruption in PWD revenue police has been recorded, and 40% commission in contracts has been a controversy over the years. And officers' integrity is key to clean governance. So we speak a lot about good governance in economics. We tell our students about ethics in economics, and the same group of students who become officers, when they incorporate all these issues into their work ethics, probably there is a possibility of seeing lesser corruption, and the amount which has been channelized to successfully achieve the sustainable development goals is possible only when this uh, corruption in different ways can be taken care of. And the hard reality is that in spite of all these things, corruption is uh, it's a big challenge for people as well as for the government. So using a file trail, transparency, e-tools are some of the way the government is trying to fight corruption. So the report has given some uh, action points as a way forward to reach out to the targets of sustainable development goal, and this has to be taken seriously by the government, and as well as by the policymakers, by the officers, so that we can see the results faster, and probably we are able to reach out to the sustainable development goals by 2030. So just like the human development index, we have bifurcated the same thing into health, education, and social index. And what is the way forward to improve the health index? The the research works have been done, and there is clearly came out with the result that the mortality rate under five, mortality rate and maternal mortality rate have shown a direct inverse proportion to availability of individual household toilets. So 10% increase in sanitary facilities can reduce infant mortality rate by 1 point. So this has been taken seriously, and Swachh Bharat mission and Jal Jeevan mission play pivotal role for individual household toilets and water. So if toilets and waters are given, that they will take care of the infant mortality and maternal mortality, and that is one of the major indicator which is troubling our health index. So if the governments seriously take these issues into consideration, these action points, then definitely the results can be visible in our health index as well as in our human development index also. And coming to education index, gross enrollment ratio in secondary education is a critical parameter. It has been observed that having individual teachers for science and maths is very, very relevant, which is not there in the villages, particularly in rural areas. We have teachers for all the papers and teacher for all the classes, and students are not able to learn mathematics and science in a proper way, and they are very weak as far as language and maths are concerned. And that is also one of the reasons for the dropout, high dropout rate. So if the children are given exposure to science and technology, and if they are allowed to learn by doing, if they're allowed to the practical things, ICT and all, probably students will love to retain and love to come to school. And this is one of the ways to retain the students in the schools. And for Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and Rashtriya Uchitar Shikshana Abhiyan, all these are leveraged to see that the gross enrollment rate in the secondary education should not go down. So if we are able to retain the student at schools, and if we are able to make them learn science and maths, probably the next level of education will be easier for them, and education index will definitely become a better thing. So government is also doing a lot of things towards these areas, and they have introduced midday meal program, and also many other programs to retain students' interest in schools, and to see the education level become a better one, so that that's going to reflect in our human development index. And the social index speaks about the Pakka house and sanitation facilities provided to a human being for the subsistence living, which is very, very important. So housing is one of the subsistence necessity, and if that is provided to people, probably their standard of living will improve. And the holistic approach enhancement of human development is possible if these factors are taken into consideration, and the way forward is easier for the government towards sustainable development of the state. So poverty is high in some areas of northern Karnataka, and there are many schemes which are introduced to reduce the incidence of multiple poverty index. The percentage of urban household living in kacha houses should be reduced from 0.5% to 0%. That is, everybody, like those who are in the slums, should be provided with the kacha house, so that pakka house, so that the subsistence living will become comfortable. And government has so many yojanas, Antyodaya, Anna Yojana, the families to be covered under self-help group, and the groups is to be linked to banks for credit. And those people who are not having, who are poor, they should be provided with full bank accounts. So there are so many policies and programs, so many facilities given to poor people, so that they can also have a better standard of living. They can also have a good, like having a choice, expansion of choices in their life. And government is doing all these things so that the human development aspect of the people will become a better one. And government is also very particular about reaching out to sustainable development goals. So this report is taken into consideration sustainable development goals. It has also taken into consideration the inclusive growth of the state as well as the country. And it is through the improved education, through improved health, through improving the standard of living, income, the government is able to make a better picture of Karnataka state's human development index. So there are many plan for eradication of malnutrition, eradication of anemia among women, and there are programs for skill development, employment, and for job, which unemployment is one of the main issues for any state. And the government is also working towards providing decent working condition for informal sector, and providing more jobs to the youth. Literacy rate at district level has been highlighted. We do have a lot of differences in different districts. And just to conclude this, since the time is up, I can say the implementing the SDGs requires new capacities and new ways of working in public institutions and among public servants. So, government responsibility definitely is there, and through its policies and programs, government can look into the discrimination which is happening, look into the inequalities which is present, and can give policies and programs accordingly. To support integrated policies, government officials need to be committed and equipped to identify and analyze interlinkages, synergies, and work across institutional boundaries. The SDGs also call for renewed efforts to make institutions transparent and accountable to support participatory decision making. The vision of Karnataka is to empower all the citizens to realize their full potential by creating an environment that is inclusive, resilient, peaceful, and productive. The basic pillars of Karnataka development model are technology, equity, human development, governance, people friendly and citizen centric, and participatory process of planning and development. So these basic pillars itself speak about how efficiently we can reach out to our targets in terms of sustainable development goal. It speaks about technology, equity, human development, governance, people participation in the planning and development progress. The state is proactive in implementing the policies and programs that work in the direction of promoting human development and social justice. Now, the vision, mission, and the policies are not being integrated with the attainment of uh, sustainable development goal by 2030. I hope